What up, what up, what up, what up? What's going on, my fellow truckers? I want to make a video or a quick story, man. What happened to me last night actually. I just pulled up here. I'm in Tampa at our yard, one of our terminals. Look at all the old scrap trucks. They just take parts and stuff. We got all the V-boards. We got to get an AVI, annual vehicle inspection. So they're not going to be able to start on it until tomorrow morning. So I'm going to be here tonight, half the day tomorrow. But so last night I pull up, I had about hour and 45 minutes left. Also, I've got the little, take a shower here tonight. You got the drone planes. I think it's a drone plane. There's an Air Force base right here. Can y'all see that? It's about to land. No, it's not a drone plane. There was another one in the sky. It looked a lot smaller than that. But it looked like it was remote controlled, but that's definitely piloted. You got another one coming in right there. But anyway, pull up behind this McDonald's in Ocala off of State Road 40. So if you come to Florida often, or if you're a Florida only driver, I just want you to be aware of the type of people. You gotta be careful out here. The way we sleep, truck drivers, we sleep in some places that might not be the best place to sleep. It might be high crime area, drugs, prostitution, those type of things. It's, you're out in the element. You're sleeping inside of a truck. You're vulnerable at nighttime. Depends on how you secure yourself. Some people keep bats, weaponry, etc., etc. So I'm there. It's a long day. I had to get my trailer worked on from my previous video. So my clock was ticking that whole time. Get to Palatka, my trailer was already preloaded, so it was perfect. Went in, dropped the trailer, grabbed that one, was out. And I was like, all right, I had to go to Naples in the morning. And then I knew I was coming here to get my AVI, so I'm like, all right, let me try to get as close to the highway as possible. So I drove to Ocala from Palatka, got to this place where I parked before. So I'm pulling in behind this McDonald's. It's like right before 75. There's a McDonald's, there's a racetrack, there's a Taco Bell, Zaxby's, a Wawa. So these are just landmarks. So if you're ever in that area, just to keep your head on a swivel. I always try to anyway. Anywhere I go, I just I got to be aware of my surroundings. There's too much buffoonery and stuff that goes on, man. And I ain't trying to be a meme or a post and none of that. So I just always just try to be aware of my surroundings, know when danger's around and stuff like that, just to be cautious. So pull in, and as I'm pulling in behind the McDonald's, it's not really truck parking, but you can, I think the most I've seen is like 5 to 6 trucks back there, so you can do it in a straight line. So I was the only truck there. So as I'm pulling around, there's like an abandoned motel, I want to say, and then the McDonald's is on my right. I'm pulling around the McDonald's, and there's a car, and he kind of like locks eyes with me. And whatever, I'm just like, you look, you just happen to look, boom, and just keep it moving. So I'm going to park, and I see in my rear view the dude does a U-turn. So I'm like, I'm not thinking anything of it. I'm like, whatever. He's probably going into the McDonald's or the Taco Bell. So then I start messing with my clock, do my post trip, and then, put it on off duty, just do what I'm supposed to be doing. And I see that car pull into the McDonald's. So I'm like, all right, so he did the U-turn, but he kind of stopped and then pulled into the McDonald's. So like I said, I'm just trying to be aware of my surroundings because, it's an abandoned gas station. There are some homeless people. Nothing against homeless people. I've been there. But that's just the type of area. It's not like a super hood area by any means, but it's not, just a pristine area either. You drive through there, you can see some people that look like, they're involved in some stuff, whether it's drugs or whatever. So you just got to be mindful of those things and where you're parking. So I pull in. Now the dude gets out, and he's a Caucasian male. And he gets out, he's in like a little 2-door hatchback, like a Hyundai hatchback, whatever, I don't know the model. It was like this pinkish reddish car. So he gets out and he's by this dumpster, and I like, so now I'm looking towards, you know, my tablet, and you know where your tablet sits, it's like in the middle of your truck. So my head's already looking in his direction. And as I'm looking at my tablet, I'm just glancing up, and like I catch him again, and he like kind of does one of these, like pointing at himself and pointing at me, and I'm like, what the heck? Like if I called him over or something. So I'm not even paying no mind. And then now I'm paying attention to him because he starts walking to my side of the truck. So I'm like, what's this dude want? So I turn the truck on, and I put the window down just to crack, because I don't know this dude. I don't know if he got something on. I don't know what his intentions are. So I'm like, I said, what's up? And he's just like, oh, you going on a break? And I'm like, so these are the things that are going through my head, because it literally was like 25, 30 seconds of conversation, not even, and then it was over. So it's like I didn't really have time to react or understand what he was even talking about until, you know, I actually got to sit back and think about, like, yo, I think, so I'm like, yeah, I'm going on break, like, and he's like staring at me. And I'm like, what? Am I not supposed to, like, but the way he's staring at me, he's giving me like this vibe, like he wants something from me, or can he do something for me? And in my head now I'm starting to think, is this dude like homosexual? Like, he's either a homosexual or he's trying to score some drugs or trying to sell some drugs. That's the type of, like, within those 30 seconds, that's, you know, I've been around the environment growing up, so it's like you can tell when stuff starts to switch quick. So I'm just looking at it now, I'm like, but when I said it, like, yo, I started giving him a little bit more, you know, some baritone in my voice to kind of be like, whatever you thinking this is not it. But in a sense, because I didn't want to come off as like, yo, and make false accusations, but also I'm trying to like let this dude know whatever you're on, I'm not on that. So he was like, no, you can park here, and then just walked off. So like I said, from the time he was at the dumpster to my window to him leaving it was like 30 seconds max. So I'm just like, what the heck just happened? Like, he walks off, gets in his car and skirt, and I'm just sitting there like, that's never, you know, like I said, I don't got 30 years under my belt out here, but I've never come across that type of situation. I've had, you know, people knock on your doors and be like, hey, you know, people asking for money. I've been in them situations, but that was the first time that I've ever encountered that. So I'm just making this video, you know, you just gotta continue to be aware while you're out here. You gotta be careful. You just gotta be mindful of your situations, your circumstances, your surroundings. Because you don't know the intentions of those people, especially him not being a truck driver and stuff. He's like, you know, he's just a regular guy that probably lives around that neighborhood. And, you know, he might be there often during the week where he might meet up with other truck. Who knows? I don't know. But I do know he came to the door and I was just like, it happened so fast. It's not like I could have got out there and been like, yo, what, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to cause a scene. He didn't pose a threat to me where my life was endangered. But I had to sit back after he left, and I'm just watching him walk off like what happened? Like, you know, scratching my head. Like, did he try to offer something, or he tried to think something was sweet over here? Because there ain't nothing sweet in my tank. I'm like, I don't know. So I just wanted to make that video just to, you know, whether you're a new driver or you're experienced driver and you haven't experienced, like, I'm sure a lot of experienced drivers know certain areas and towns, because you know, we run a lot of the same, you know, wherever your account is, you run along the same cities or towns, and after you've been there a while, you know where to park and where not to park. You know what truck stop is, you know, a safe truck stop, and you know some truck stops that it could be a little sketchy, especially you get there late at night and you're tired, you still want to go take a shower, you want to go grab something to eat. Like, you just got to be careful out here. Like, we're living in a world that in this day and age, it's just not safe in certain times, in certain areas, and it's unfortunate. You know, we're just out here trying to make a living, and there's all, you know, besides traffic and accidents that we got to avoid and fatigue, you know, when you park at certain places at night, you got to, you know, be aware of where you're at, you know, making sure no one's trying to break into your truck. You know, you hear about stories all the time, truck drivers getting shot, getting stabbed, trucks getting broken into while they're sleeping and they're, you know, having altercations. So thank God none of that happened, and I don't have any more detail than what it was. You know, that quick conversation happened and he took off, and you know, I thought about it while I was, you know, going to bed, like I hope, you know, okay, now he knows I'm sleeping here tonight. If he's gonna come, you know, those just some thoughts, like, all right, is he gonna come back with somebody else and they're gonna try to, you know, enter my vehicle? Like, you know, it was just weird. It was just a weird moment in time. So, but I just really wanted to come on here and share that experience, especially if you new guys out there and you're just getting in. And once you get off the training truck and you by yourself, you just gotta be mindful. Like, you're gonna be tired. It's different when you're really, truly by yourself, and you know, you got to do all the driving. You got to do all the, you know, going to the shipper, to the consignee. Like, you know, when it's just basically on you your whole hours, you know, you get more tired than when you're in a trailer. So, you know, you might not be able to make it to that truck stop or that rest area. You might have to, you know, your time might be from when you get from your shipper or your receiver, that you only have an hour left, but you're 45 minutes in the middle of a town, and it's going to take you 45 minutes to get to a highway. So you might have to sleep in you know, a shopping parking lot or something that doesn't seem ideal. So you're going to run into those instances. I'm just saying, when you get there, just really, as you're parking, you know, there are other trucks there, you know, what does the neighborhood look like? You just got to be mindful. Put your seatbelts. If you have one of those trucks where you got the loop handle, put your seatbelts through the loop. I mean, it's just an added level of security. I mean, if someone wants to get in your truck, they'll break the window, they'll get in somehow. But if your door is attached to the seatbelt and is locked in its place, it's a little bit, you know, it's just that extra level, man. There's just little things that people do. I'm sure there's videos out there where people give better tips. You know, have yourself a bat, whatever you feel you need to have to protect yourself. Just, you know, you got to protect yourself while you're out here, man. We're vulnerable. So that's all I wanted to say, man. I didn't mean it to go 12 minutes. I should have, you know, hung it up a few minutes ago. But yeah, I hope y'all be blessed. I hope y'all enjoy the video. Chime in, man. You know, what is some of y'all worst experience, or whatever you other drivers experience? You know, give some heads up to the other drivers that are out there. You know, what areas? You know, that was in Ocala off of exit 354. Yeah, exit 354 in Ocala off of 75. So, you know, I'm just giving you a landmark. It's at the McDonald's, right when you bang. If you head in north on 75, you take a right. It's the McDonald's immediately to your left. There's like a little bit parking. There's like a old motel. If you're coming south, then you're gonna bang a left off the highway, and it's the McDonald's is on your left. So that landmark right there, just if you happen to stop there for the night, you know, you can park back there. That's the second time I've been there. Didn't have any issue before. Just know, like, you know, when the sun starts to go down, you know, people start, you know, flicking around. So I just wanted to give that heads up to all my other drivers out there. Just a landmark to look out for. I'm not saying people are bad in that area. I'm not stereotyping nobody, but you know, just a landmark to be watchful and mindful of. Y'all be blessed. Y'all keep your head on a swivel. Stay alert. And I'll chime back on later on this week. I hope y'all have a great day. And a great rest of the week. Keep those wheels moving, keep making that money, you know, and I'll walk a narrow path. Peace.